So, good afternoon and welcome back to the second part of our review lessons and discussions. And as I said earlier, when we come back, we will proceed to the subtraction of algebraic expressions or subtraction of polynomial algebraic expressions. Okay, so before we will start the subtraction of algebraic expressions, let us recall, or let's try to recall and remember all the rules on how to subtract integers because those rules are applied here. And remember, when I discussed about the subtraction of integers, that you need to master the addition of integers also because in subtraction of integers, all the rules on how to add integers are applied when we subtract integers. And now that we are in algebraic expressions, subtraction of algebraic expressions, all the rules that you've learned from subtraction of integers, all those rules will be used and will be applied here. And this is a test now, how much you have stored and stocked when it comes to subtraction of integers. Okay, let's begin. Okay, so for subtraction of algebraic expressions or polynomial algebraic expressions, like the addition, we also need to use the idea of similar terms because, as I said, all the rules in addition will be used here for you to subtract algebraic. Okay, so example we have number 1. We have 5x minus 3x, for example. What is the answer? Okay, like in addition of integers, we also need to consider if the terms given are similar or non-similar. So if the given terms or expressions are similar, then you can subtract this to algebraic just the way how you use the idea of similar terms when we add algebraic expressions. So in this case, 5x minus 3x here, you may rewrite this given into vertical arrangement. So try to compare if the two given expressions are similar or none. If they are similar, like this one, having the same variables and exponent, the same rule in addition is applied here. You just have to bring down, the common variable and exponent. And what you will do is just simply, it will become 5 minus 3. Can you still remember? What is the rule when we subtract integers? Simply change the operation into plus, and at the same time, change the sign of the subtrahend. So if the given is positive, you change that one into negative. The parenthesis here will tell you that the original given is minus and the original sign here is positive. Only that you have changed the operation and sign because you apply the rule of the subtraction of integers. Okay, so then it becomes 5 plus negative 3. So it becomes the addition of unlike sign where you will have to give their difference, that is 2. And since 5 has bigger absolute value and it is positive, so the answer is positive. Positive 2. So this is now the proof that I was not lying to you when I said you have to master all the operations on integers because you will use all those rules and mastery when you will be in the algebraic expressions, especially the operations on algebraic expressions. So 5x minus 3x, the answer is positive 2x. As simple as that. Let's proceed to the second example. Supposedly you have negative 10x cubed minus, minus positive 5x cubed. So we are considering here where algebraic expressions or where given algebraic expressions are similar. So negative 10x cubed, negative 10x cubed minus 5x cubed, since the given terms are similar, we just have to bring down the variable and the exponent, and then proceed to the subtraction of the numerical coefficient, that is negative 10 minus positive 5. So the rule on how to subtract integers, so you just have to change the operation from minus to plus and the positive to negative. Always change the sign of the operation and the sign of the subtrahend. That's the rule. These are the rules on how to subtract integers. So it becomes negative 10 plus negative 5. So it becomes addition of the same sign. So just bring down the sign and add directly the number. So that's your numerical coefficients here. So therefore, negative 10x cubed minus 5x cubed, the answer is negative 15x cubed. So as simple as that, if again you're really able to master the subtraction of integers. Let's proceed to number 3 example. We're still in subtraction of monomial. So, for example, we have negative 6x raised to the power of 4. Minus, for example, or you have minus negative 10x raised to the power of 4. Again, it depends on which is convenient for you to answer. So you may write the given into vertical arrangement, so negative 6x raised to the power of 4, and then minus this one, and the given is negative 10x raised to the power of 4. So since again, their variable and exponents are the same, so these two given algebraic expressions are similar. So just bring down directly the common variable and the exponent as 4. And then it becomes negative 6 minus negative 10. So rules are change the sign or change the operation from minus to plus, and then since the subtrahend is negative, always change the subtrahend. So the given is negative, it becomes positive. So it is now negative 6 plus positive 10. So addition of unlike sign. So get their difference, that is 4. And since 10 has bigger absolute value and it is now positive, so your answer is positive. So therefore, negative 6x raised to the power of 4 minus negative 10x raised to the power of 4, the answer is positive 4x raised to the power of 4. And supposedly, for this time of this discussion, now that we're in the operations on algebraic expression, I suppose not to include this way of discussing the integers, because I am considering the idea that you already have mastered on how to subtract integers. And you are supposed to do this one just mentally. Okay, so let's proceed to another example. Supposedly you have negative 5 x raised to the power of 2. And then you may close that one in parentheses minus negative 5x raised to the power of 2. What is the answer? Okay, so just rewrite to give you the clear picture of the given. So negative x squared minus negative 5x squared. As you can see, the coefficients are the same and the variables and exponents are the same, so very similar terms. So bring down the common variables and exponent, that is x squared, and it becomes this one, negative 5 minus negative 5. So if you change the sign, that becomes plus, the operation becomes plus, and negative becomes positive. So it is now addition of opposite integers. Try to recall, what do you mean by opposite integers? So it is now negative 5 plus positive 5. So when we add opposite integers, the answer is 0 because there is no difference between these two integers when you try to get their difference, since these coefficients are considered opposite integers. So the answer is 0x squared. But like I said, any number, any letter multiplied by 0, because 0x squared, technically, the operation between 0 and x squared is multiplication. So you're just like multiplying 0 and variables. So the answer is 0. So therefore, negative 5x squared, the quantity of negative 5x squared minus the quantity of negative 5x squared, the answer is 0. Okay, I hope you get the idea. Last one for this. Okay, so why I'm giving you plenty of examples for this part of the subtraction where subtraction of monomials are being considered here. Because you need to master this part so that when you go to the subtraction of binomials, trinomials, you will use the idea here, term after the term. So you will use the idea on how to subtract monomials. For the last example, what will happen if this is, these are the terms that you are going to subtract, like positive 5x raised to the power of 3, and then minus, or shall we say plus, minus, and then 3x cubed. What is the answer? 3x squared, because the purpose there, the idea is, what will happen if you subtract algebraic expressions where the terms are not similar, where either variable or exponents are not the same? So if you rewrite the given into vertical arrangement, this is how it looks like. So 5x cubed minus 3x squared. So as you can see, variables are the same, but exponents are not the same. So therefore, the given algebraic expressions are not similar terms. However, you still need to apply the idea of changing the operation and sign. So the minus becomes plus and the positive becomes negative. So it becomes, if you would rewrite this one, it becomes 5x cubed plus negative 3x squared. Okay, so since the terms given are not similar, you just have bring down them as the final answer. So this will become, the final answer is just bring down 5x cubed. The operation, the new operation is plus, and then that is minus 3x squared. Or simply, you will go back to the idea, which is 5x cubed minus 3x squared as the answer. How about this one? If you have negative 2x raised to the power of 4 minus negative x raised to the power of 3. Okay, what is the answer? Okay, so for vertical arrangement, this will become negative 2x raised to the power of 4 and then minus and then negative x raised to the power of 2. So again, since the variables and the exponents are not the same, although the variables are the same, so technically the two given expressions are not similar. So you cannot bring down, if the terms are not similar, you cannot bring down the variables and exponents. So still you need to apply the rules from minus to plus and then from negative to positive. So it becomes negative 2x raised to the power of 4 and then plus positive x raised to the power of 2. So bring down them as your answer. So this will be negative 2x raised to the power of 4. The operation is plus and then copy x squared. That is your final answer. So therefore, negative 2x raised to the power of 4 minus the quantity of negative x cubed, the answer is negative 2x raised to the power of 4 plus x squared. Okay, so that's it. So after the subtraction of monomials, let's proceed to the subtraction of binomials or trinomials or multinomials, and let's find out if you can able to apply the basic idea here based on how we subtract monomials. Okay, so for the binomials or trinomials, or shall we say multi, if possible. Okay, so for the binomials, for example, we have x squared plus 3x minus, shall we say, 3x squared minus 5x, for example. So what is the answer if you subtract these two binomials? Okay, so do not be confused, just take it easy. And the first step is, I would suggest always test that you need to rewrite the given into vertical, because for me, it will be easy for you to see which term you're going to subtract or combine by subtraction if they are arranged in vertical subtraction. So the second binomial is, this is the operation minus, and the second binomial is 3x squared minus 5x. So technically, as you can see, if you have able to compare these terms and these terms, they are similar. And like what we did in monomial subtraction of monomials, you can also, or you should also apply the same rule here. You are going to change the sign or the operation from minus to plus. And then all together, before you will perform the process, try to change first all the signs in the subtrahend. So for 3x squared, it is positive, so it will become negative. And for 5x, this one, you will change this into positive or plus. Always change all the signs and the subtrahend. So for this one, after changing all the signs, then you proceed to the addition because it is now the addition. So bring down this common variables and exponent, x squared, and it is just like the numerical coefficient. So what is the numerical coefficient of x squared? Can you tell me? So automatic, this is positive 1. So it is just like 1 plus negative 3. This one, negative 3. So addition of a like sign. So get their difference, that is 2. So since 3 has bigger absolute value, so you copy the sign of 3, that is 2. So therefore, the coefficient here is negative 2. And you proceed to the second terms. So variables are the same with the exponent as the same. So bring down x, and then it becomes positive 3 plus positive 3. So signs are now, or operations between the given binomials are now the same. Bring down plus and add directly the number because it is addition. Add directly the number, that is 8. So this is now your answer. So therefore, x squared, or the quantity of x squared plus 3x minus 3x squared minus 5x, the answer is negative 2x squared plus 8x. So simple as that. First, again, you have to master the subtraction of monomials. Okay, another one. This is our, seventh example technically. Supposedly we have one more example after this. Supposedly we have, for the next example, it will be 10x cubed minus 5x squared plus 3x minus 8. That's multinomial. And then minus, the operation is so we say we have 2x raised to the power of 4, and then minus 5x cubed and plus 7x minus 12. So there are 4 terms involved here. So this is subtraction of multinomial. Again, always be careful when rewriting the given into vertical form, and usually to avoid any mistakes. If it is written in horizontal and you want to rewrite this one into vertical, the first given should be the first line of your vertical arrangement. And the second given, second in parentheses, should be in the second line, because this given here, this given here is considered the subtrahend. So it should be placed as the second line. So it becomes 10x cubed minus 5x squared, and then plus 3x and minus 8. And then the operation is minus. And try to check before you will write it down as the second line as the subtrahend. If you can see, the given, the subtrahend has 4 as the degree or the highest exponent, but the first line here, the first multinomial as the minuend, the degree is 3, but for the second subtrahend, the degree is 4. So technically, your answer must contain the highest exponent that is 4. And if you can recall, you have to arrange the exponent from highest down to the lowest or in descending order. So therefore, when you write this as subtrahend as second line of the vertical arrangement, you have to place 2x raised to the power of 4, this one, before the 10x cubed. So this will be 2x raised to the power of 4. And your operation minus is here. And for this one, this will be for x cubed, you have to place this one below 10x cubed because these are similar terms. So x cubed, and then that is 5. So since it is minus, so you copy also minus here. And next, there is x squared here, but the given here does not contain a term with 2 as exponent. So therefore, under this line, under this negative or minus 5x, there is no term below. Keep this space as free from any term. So the next one is plus 7x. So try to find out which term here you should place under the 7x, and that is under 3x, because these are the terms with the same variable and exponent, that is 7, and the operation is plus. While under x squared, there is no term that you should place because in this given subtrahend, there is no term that has x squared. And then you write minus 12 under the constant, which is minus 8 also. So that's it. That's how you arrange the given algebraic expressions according to their exponents for you to see if they are similar or if there are similar terms. Then, to avoid any mistakes, as much as possible, try to change first all the signs and the operation. So from minus, it becomes plus, and since this is positive, so it will become negative 2x raised to the power of 4. And you will change this one also, all the subtrahends, the signs here. So from minus, it will become positive or plus, and there is no terms here, so you proceed to 7x. So from plus or positive, so it becomes minus or negative. And from this one, from minus, it will become plus also. After changing all the signs, then you proceed to the addition of algebraic note. That is why, like I said earlier, you need to master the idea on how to add integers, because you will use that one on how to add algebraic expressions. And master this addition of integers and addition of algebraic expressions, because all those rules applied there will be used here when we subtract algebraic expressions. Okay, so since there is no term above 2x, negative 2x raised to the power of 4, all you have to do is to bring it down, negative 2x raised to the power of 4. And then, since these terms are similar, just bring down x cubed. And it is just like positive 10 plus positive 5. So addition of the same sign. All signs are positive, so bring it down as plus. And then 10 plus 5 is 15. And under minus 5x squared, since there is no term here, you just have to bring down this operation here and bring down 5x. Simple as that. And then for 3x and 7x, it is now plus and minus, or positive and negative. The operation here is plus. So bring down the common variable x, and it is now positive 3 plus negative 3. So unlike sign. So their difference, because you need to get their difference if their signs are not the same, that is 4. And then 7 has bigger absolute value. So since the sign is now negative, copy the negative and use that one as minus. The idea here is minus, not negative, because there is term here before 4x. And for the last part, the constant part, it is now negative 8 plus positive 12. So unlike sign again. So the difference is 4, and since 12 has bigger absolute value, the sign now is positive, so it becomes positive or plus here. So therefore, the final answer is negative 2x raised to the power of 4 plus 15x cubed minus 5x squared minus 4x plus 4. Okay. Like I said earlier, before I discuss the addition of algebraic expressions, that if you are grade 7 now, this is your lesson. And if you were under with me when you were in grade 7, I already introduced this topic to you when you were in grade 7. And if you are grade 8 now, or grade 9, or grade 10, or grade 11, consider this review lessons or topic as a review discussions for you to refresh your knowledge. Because if you are grade 8, or grade 9, grade 10, or grade 11, there is part of your mathematics under this quarter that you need this idea again this time. And if you are senior high school, particularly in grade 11, you need all these operations on algebraic expression as part of the lessons in your first semester, grade 11. That's for general mathematics. Okay, so I hope this will give you the idea and opportunity to refresh your stock knowledge about subtraction of integers. And for you to practice, just try to do this one. If you love to enhance and find out if you really have understood and recall those knowledge that you've been when you were in grade 7. Okay, so try to practice this one, and if you think you can do this one, so just try to stand and present this discussion in front of your classmates. Okay, so there are three given different algebraic expressions here for you to subtract. So the first one is the quantity of 2x squared plus 10 minus the quantity of 5x minus 6. The second is the quantity of negative 3x squared plus 6x minus 5 minus the quantity of negative 2x squared minus 4x plus 8. And the last one, we have the quantity of 15x cubed minus 3x squared plus 4x minus 10 minus the quantity of 6x uh, cubed minus 7x squared plus 9x minus 18. So that's it. Um, I hope these examples and this given will be enough for you to refresh your minds and somehow apply and recall this knowledge that you had when you were in grade 7 and still use this as part of the concept that you need for your present mathematics, because I tell you, even if you are now in grade 8, grade 9, grade 10 or grade 11, you really need this idea, because as I said a while ago, there are part of the lessons where this process will come out again. So I guess that would be all for the subtraction. We have done with addition and subtraction, and for the next part, we will be taking the review lessons on how to multiply and divide algebraic expression. Thank you so much and have a great day.